Okay, hello. We are really glad to welcome you at the Gloomywood of 2015. My name is Yulia, and today I'll be managing this yellow hall. Our first speaker is Thierry Platon. He started his career more than 30 years ago, and in 1985 he released his first successful video game. And after many years career in different companies, he started his own company. So today he'll tell us about the dark. How do we get our neo-pixel unique look? So please welcome Thierry.
Okay. Hello. Good morning. So I will start to tell you a little bit about my company. It's unique game and its unique look. Everything starts with the encounter of Frédéric Reynald, who is a game designer, and me, Thierry Platon. I'm a story writer, game designer also. Frédéric did this very famous game, Alone in the Dark, and also a Little Big Adventure 1 and 2, and many other ones. I make this one Xerox thing, the same time, the same years, and also Passenger in the Wind and other games. So we are in the industry since 25 years more, and we decided to make a new game together. So at this point I have to say that we were not alone, we were with our partners, with a game artist and Sophia, who take care of the business and the money. And we found Gloomywood last year, that we defined it like a retro video game band. Wow. Let's go back to our wish. We did these two games before, so Frédéric wanted to make a survival game, definitively another one. Since 25 years he looked at the genre, develop, evolve, and he wanted to be inside the game. Of course, we talk about horror, and he wanted to go back to a real retro gameplay with tension more than action, if you see what I mean on survival. And also with a retro look, because he is a retro guy. On my side, I wanted to go back to a punk game. A little at this point. I'm organizing the European Indie Games Day since 4 years, and it's an indie conference. In fact, I was used to have a casual company making casual games since 15 years, Bit Media, and coming to this European Indie Game Day since 4 years, I invited Frédéric in every year. Seeing all these guys making indie games, we decided to be indie again, and it's why I wanted to make again a punk game like Run Xerox was. But I'm not so young, and I wanted to make a game for adults also, with more storytelling, and with my obsession since years about comics. But we have few big problems. The big one that we were completely broke. The second one that we need to be different. I mean, we have success in the past. We want to success this time. So in the past, when Alone in the Dark and One Xerox came out, maybe 400 games came out every year. If you regard now the number of games coming out every year, you can understand that we were a little bit afraid. So we need to be different. And we believe in the geek factor. It's what we will be safe. By geek factor, you can understand. I have noted, sorry. Give me 1 second. I have a nice definition. Geek factor, you can understand creative technological innovation. For example, in Alone in the Dark, Frédéric was one of the first one using polygons with a cinematic view. and it's one of the key of the success of the game. So we believe in this kind of different approach. So we get some money. This is the first point. We make a small crowdfunding campaign. We raise some money from an investor, small one, don't worry, just love money. There is no VC who can really love an indie game. And from the French government also, because they help a little bit. So we get more or less our budget, and it was not so simple than this slide. So let's go back to our wish. Survival, adventure, horror, retro gameplay, punk, adult storytelling. We found the solution. Too dark. Well, I cannot really explain how it come. In fact, I guess first we, as a survivor who didn't want to make we want to make an altruist survival game. So a game where you are not to force only to save yourself, but you have to save somebody else too, and it will be children. So it's a game where you will have to save children from the clutch of some serial killers. The second point is that we really want to go back to the roots of the genre with a really psychological tension and not action at all. I mean, there is a few guns, but with only one bullet. And at least this is the real pitch of the game, a unique combination of adventure, action, you have one bullet, infiltration, stealth, and team management, because you will have to manage your children to get them out of the serial killer lair. It was just a resume. I will not talk about this game too much after. But we define the game, the gameplay, first game mechanic. You have to go in front of the children follow you, so you have a kind of number of children walking with you, and you have to save them, go out of the lair. But we don't know how to represent that. So we try some tests with a retro look, comic look, and we remember that, in fact, retro many mine pixels, and also pixels means cheaper games than a full polygon thing. So we decided to go on the pixel way, and we had at least a very nice sprite. We were happy with him, but we wanted to do more. We wanted something who can play with the light, because it's a stealth game, so many dark parts, as you will see. We want to have a modern look, definitively, and another kind of look. And we were also, we didn't want to be really bored with this old sprite sheet. We did enough with that. So we in fact, what we wanted, it's a pixel sprite, but with all the benefit of a 3D character. At this time, Frédéric was playing with open source tool named Magica Voxel, Japanese guy who do that. And from this open source tools, he made what we call a gloomy voxel editor. Basically, it's a voxel editor, but the big difference, you can see it in this little window. We have a rendering in pixel. So I will show you an example. This guy, in this window on the right, you have the render of the voxel character. And this is what we will use in the game. This sprite takes the light, have a shadow, can move really fastly. So we have an infinite sprite, and that's it. The Gloomy voxel editor, we use it every day for now, for the production, but we have two programmers who are still working on it to improve it, mainly for the animation. It's but for the animation, for now, for every frame of animation, we have to swap the model and make the render. Like you see on the first image, so you can understand it's really easy. It will not be on Android and only on strong computer. But we have a new track to improve this with deformation box, like I try to represent here. In fact, you have few pixels in the box, and you deform the box, and all the voxels follow. You have a small example with this lady who is trying to dance, and she's in a complete box, and we move the box, and she's, wow. So this is our new track, and we hope to have complete animation tools very soon. So for now, we have also background behind the characters. So for the background, we wanted something like Zelda, not isometric, but maybe more 2.5D. Something also modern to fit with our sprite. So something would take the light and could reflect what we want to do with the light and the dark. So we find the solution very simple. We use old school tiles, but with normal maps for orient the lights and dark bumps to give the illusion of details of relief. You have an example here and another one here with the Gloomywood. Here is a tile sheet, here is normal map, here is the dark bump map. I add a little Photoshop logo to don't forget to explain that all this is done by hand. We have no tools to do that. We use only a plugin of Photoshop that we did for the normal maps. But our artists have to really paint all this map by hand and to check them in another tools that we have. First we, I forgot this slide, sorry. To make the maps. We use Tiled with freeware or shareware maybe to build maps with tile map. And after we have a special tools that we use, a gloomy map viewer, where you can see the map with the normal map and with the dark bump. So here I move different kind of light. I don't know if you can really see, but I have also an example. Just to tell you, it's a really long job. In fact, you have to draw your normal maps on Photoshop, then try it on a gloomy map viewer, and iterate. So it could be long. Now, just a word, another side track about our engine. All our tools, our engine, this gloomy map editor and the gloomy voxel editor, everything is done with MonkeyX, with a language who translates himself in the source language, like you type your script in Monkey script, and it translates itself in C++ or in C# or in Java or what you want, and it's multi-platform. But there is no function, high-level function at all. So we work with a Russian guy who makes this fork of MonkeyX harmony. He had a 3D function, and at least we did our own tools. We have another fork from Harmony with at least our own engine. So we have these two things, this render in pixel for the character, and this map, normal map and darker map on tiles for the background, but everything has to work together, and Mr. Smith, it's his name, has to join the wood. So we have few months, maybe 6 months of research and development for this technology. We had some surprise trying to mix this and to mix two render systems at the same time. But at least after let's say 6 months of research and development, we get a unique look. And here Mr. Smith takes some light, and you can see at the same time the background and this sprite system working like a 3D character. If you remember, I told you that we have a little crowdfunding campaign. So we already released a small level to this baker. It's only a technological demo that we released to our community. We will release it in few weeks, I mean next week, to everybody on itch.io. And well, there is nothing to do really. You have I will let you discover. Sorry, everything is still in French. But the demo on itch.io will be in English, don't worry. So the interface is work in progress. You have in inventory, yeah? And two buttons, one to stop the children when they follow you, and one other to make them follow you. I will just let the last part. When you start to save the children, you have just to come. Oh, shit, too deep. And after they just follow you, you can save the other one, etc. Yeah, a bigger one. In fact, the first one was a sandbox, and we released 1 week ago another bigger level to our community. It's also a sandbox. In fact, we don't want to spoil the story, so you will have to wait until the release of the game. But this sandbox will be public at the end of the year, I guess. And in this one, there is more character, and you can see some effect that we had. It's just a small video because I don't want to spoil everything. So if I make now a little summary of our approach. From the beginning, we really fix our need, and this need set constraints, and as you know, constraints drive creativity. So we really need what we wanted, and this is the first big lesson of my talk, sorry. That you need to fix what you want really precisely and don't move from this. We wanted to play with the light, but with the pixel look. We find the solution. We use existing cheap existing technology that we can have just near us, like MonkeyX, Magica Voxel, only open source. We improve them, adding what we like, pixel handling, 3D function, shadows, etc. To resume, we be creative with technology. At least it was a huge risk. I mean, of course, things like that, okay, it's very good to take this track, but we work for 6 months. You show the mistakes that we did. Sometimes you have a blank screen and no, it's the wrong track. In fact, we make an idea for 6 months, and this 6 months weren't free. We pay I pay some programmers to do the job, and we have the, maybe after this month the result will be completely bad, and it was a risk. But in another hand, we success, and we have a unique pixel look. That's it. So the idea, I don't know how many from you are artists, but guess the conclusion will be you can ask to your programmer to be more creative, to help you, in fact, and to give you tools to be more creative yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Thierry, for an interesting lecture. Does someone have questions?
I can ask you. I can ask like this. So, I'm sorry, how many types of light do you have in your game? I saw a traditional lantern and some modern lantern. Types of light.
Oh, wow.
How many?
I don't know, 6 or 8, in fact. I mean, the characters are many, wow, more than this. In fact, the characters can have a candle, a torch lamp.
Traditional lantern?
Yes, and you can have light on the environment also. Some
Like
light.
upper lights? No?
Yes, no upper because we have no
upper,
roof.
just.
But for example, in an hotel you have little lights on the floor, things like that. You have also sometimes candle on the wall, or things like that. So there is many kind of lights, but it's. I mean, we wanted this. I mean, it's again with light at night, and so.
It looks very beautiful.
Yeah, with many colors also. We play with the color every night to give some aspect to the
And another question. Do you have just one artist for the game?
No. Oh no.
Oh,
no.
You presented just
No,
one.
this is a partner. She's art director, and in fact she built all the first model. But now we have an artist only for the model. I mean, for modeling the voxels, and it's a horrible long job. And 2 other one for the backgrounds because it's also very, very long to do.
Okay, thank you.
Hi. Did you try to achieve this pixel effect with traditional polygon-based approach as well?
No.
Why not?
Why not? What do you mean? Like make a polygon thing and then render it in pixels?
Yeah, something like this. Because I can imagine that it would run on Android devices and so on.
No. In fact, I'm not the guy who do that. I mean the technician, so I cannot really answer. But I guess it's more easy to do this render in pixel from voxel than from a polygon model. I guess. In fact, in Magica Voxel, we have already some kind of render. You have a render in Lego, for example, where you can render your voxel model like a Lego statue, or different kind of rendering. So we use the same technology used to get pixel thing, in fact.
Okay, thank you.
Tell us please, when will your game be released?
Next year, around March, April.
And on which platforms?
On PC, Mac, Linux, PS4, Xbox One. In fact, Monkey X is a very good tools to make different targets, and we did the PS4 and the Xbox One target by ourselves. and it's very magic for me to port the game on different platforms with this tool.
Thank you. Does someone else has questions? Okay, thank you very much for your interesting lecture.